Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. So through this channel, I'd like to bring you some stock analysis and also a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, quick recap of previous day's trading. I think we can all agree that this was a continuation of the market correction that we've been seeing. It's probably been happening now for over 2 weeks. On average, in my video where I looked at market corrections, one of the things that I said is they can take up to 71 days. In this particular market correction, I am confident that it will be over much earlier than that. I'm fairly confident that we are going to soon see the green shoots of recovery on this market correction. I do expect a significant momentum upwards, and most of the stocks that we are looking at, I see a positive recovery in them. So in terms of what happened yesterday, one of the stocks that did suffer badly was NIO, ticker symbol NIO, and this was expected because of the earnings not being as well received as expected, and also a problem with supply going forward in terms of their production. So that was covered in my previous video on NIO. So it did close at $43.30. So this represents a good buying opportunity for people willing to hold this stock for the medium and long term. I'm very confident that NIO will recover and certainly be close to $100 stock by the end of the year. Okay, so now let's move over to today's stock analysis. Okay, stock analysis for today is ticker symbol ZOM Zomedica. This is a stock that I did bring you previously with a full analysis, so please refer back to that. So this is a stock that has been defying the market correction quite positively. It closed on previous day of trading up in excess of 3% at $2.14. It's also up 13%, in excess of 13% in the week, and in excess of 96% in the month. However, it is still a penny stock. It is still volatile. It can still lead to significant gains and losses. So it's one of those that you have to invest at the right price and also with the right amount of stop loss in there to protect your investment. So let's have a quick recap in terms of Zomedica. So we can see here from the screen, they are developing veterinary diagnostics to improve patient and practice health. So obviously on positive news previously, we showed that they did have an extra cash boost of $173.5 million through the common shares offering. We can also see that they also had, on the right hand side, we can see a true former agreement with distribution agreement signed with Miller Veterinary Supply. So that's a quick recap of the stock. Now let's look at the current developments on this stock. Okay, so let's have a look at this article from Investor Place dated March the 2nd, 2021. So the headline is Zomedica is a winner with its pet lab products and cash balance. So two positive things that we can pick out there. One, it's pet lab product, and two, it's cash balance. So cash balance is very important for investors because this gives the business cash to work with going forward, and it gives it security. So we can see here on February the 8th, they did raise in excess of $185 million, and we can see on their balance sheet they have in excess of $277.5 million in cash, which is incredible for a business of this size. So let's have a look at the rest of this article. Okay, so in terms of the company growing, we can see here in the article that at the end of 2019 they only had just in excess of $500,000 in cash, and as recently as September 30th, 2020, they've had $52 million in cash. So an incredible growth. The company has taken advantage of it, issuing more shares once it got to the peak. And right now it's got close to 1 billion outstanding shares. So that is currently giving it a market cap of just in excess of $1.7 billion, which is tremendous. And the cash they have right now on the balance sheet is $277.5 million. And that represents 29.3% per share in liquidity. So from a liquidity point of view, it is excellent going forward because the company is cash rich. That gives it confidence to pay its bills, to expand its products, to develop its research and developments. From a risk point of view, the company does not have revenue, but from an investor point of view going forward, we can see promising signs with its launch of the True Farmer. This is apparently imminent in March. So we're looking at March the 30th for this. So that's positive news going forward in terms of prospects for Zomedica. Okay, so the final part of the article is looking mainly at the prospects or Trueforma, which is the new product that the business is kind of relying on in terms of generating revenue and going forward and making the next steps to becoming profitable. So the company does have plenty of cash. So what it's got to do with this cash now is obviously use it for marketing efforts, make sure this product is launched successfully and it has a good start in the market. So obviously it's targeted at dogs, it's targeted at cats, and it is mainly for helping with stomachs and glands. So it's going to be used by veterinarians, and we can see that they have, at the bottom of this article, we can see they have a distribution agreement with Miller Veterinary Supply. Once that takes place, once that happens, then the prospects are tremendous in terms of growth, in terms of revenue and generating cash, more cash for the business. So going forward, this is a good sign. So the date that we're looking at again is the end of March, probably March the 30th. And once that we get positive news for that, the chance of this share price and this stock rising are excellent. Okay, so in terms of a strike price for Zomedica, what we have seen is we have seen this stock defy the market correction. It did close at 3.38% up at $2.14 on the previous day of trading. On the week, it was also up 13%, and on the month, it was up 96%. However, on a negative note, it has not maintained its high of just over $2.70. So it's currently at $2.14. So that shows that it is a volatile penny stock, so it has to be treated with extreme care. In terms of a strike price, I think there could be a little bit of a pullback. So anything below $2 would be a good entry point for this stock going forward. Ticker symbol ZOM. So put this on your watch list. Anything below $2 would be a good entry point, and we're looking to hold this towards the end of March once we get positive news for the Trueforma launch. Ticker symbol ZOM. Okay, so now it's time for lesson of the day. So today's lesson is looking at company research part 2. So in a previous video, I did look at company research where I shared an excellent website for company research. I do believe that other website was better. I prefer the other website, but today's website is going to be really for additional research. And before I share the website with you, I'd like to give a shout out to Drive Tester, who actually requested this information, and the comment was, excellent video, thanks Mr. Ali. Have a question. Sometime you show special tools in previous videos which show a strong buy or hold signal. What tool is that? And I want to add that in my DD. Thanks. So thank you very much, Mr. Drive Tester. So I'm going to share that source with you today to help you, everybody, you and yourself in this due diligence research when you look at a company. So the website I'm going to share with you is called, and the source is called chartsmill.com. Chartsmill.com. So I'm going to give you a preview of this website. So let's have a look at this. So we can now see here that this is how the website looks. We see at the top there you can create an account, and it's chartmill.com. We can create an account here. Once you've created an account, you go in the search bar there, and then you can type in your stock, whichever one you're looking at. So we're going to now type in Zomedica, ZOM, ticker symbol. So that brings up the company. We can see we have the ownership, we have the share price going down, we have the description, we have the earnings there in terms of the owners, the analysts, etc. We have the company information and company description. So going down, we can also see news on the right hand side, and then we have some additional options here. So we have a chart option here. So this chart option gives you a chart tool, which is very good. So if you click on that, you'll be able to explore that. Then we have the technical analysis. Technical analysis here for this, it's got a rating of 8 out of 10 because of a decent performance. So the overall market is an average performer. So that's good from a technical analysis point of view. Then you have all the headings there in the boxes. So it's performing 98% better from a 734 stocks. It's got an average volume of that figure there. The yearly performance, we can see the previous month's performance, we can see the statistics, we can see. So that's the technical analysis. Then we've got the fundamental analysis. Here we can see that it's 4 out of 10 there for the fundamental analysis. We've got profitability is 3, so the company is not profitable, so that's why it's a high risk penny stock. Valuation, they have negative earnings because they're not generating revenue, so that's also a risk. Earnings per share is an impressive 69.23%, so that's something more positive. So now this is the important thing that was requested, the analyst rating. So the buy consensus right now is 100, but beware that this is only based on one analyst so far. So that's the danger. It's based on one analyst. At the bottom right, you can see you can receive notifications. So you click the notification, any news or any information about this stock, you will get that. So that's a good thing about this source of information as well. So you have the earnings estimates, you have the financial information there in terms of, you know, the company going forward, and then we can see here that we have the news. So this is all news sources as well. However, as I did say, I do prefer the other website as well. So if you want to look at that other website, which I prefer to use, please refer back to that video as well. So thanks very much for joining me. I hope that helps, and please stay tuned.